It's a little after 2 a.m. when Daniel Mercer takes the wrong exit. He's been driving for nearly 6 hours straight, making his way from Portland to Boise after visiting his sister. The road ahead is empty, just a black ribbon twisting through rural Oregon, flanked by dark pines that swallow the light. His phone's dead. The GPS froze an hour ago. The only illumination comes from his headlights cutting through the drifting fog. He passes a faded green sign, Exit 47. He doesn't remember seeing that on the map. At first, he pays it no mind, just another forgotten off-ramp. But as he drives past, something flickers in his peripheral vision. A figure. Waving. A woman. She stands beside a broken-down sedan, hazard lights blinking weakly in the rain. Her arm moves in a desperate arc, signaling for help. Her face is pale under the headlights, wet hair plastered to her cheeks, jacket soaked through. Daniel hesitates. He's exhausted and running on caffeine fumes. Every instinct says to keep going. But she looks scared. Alone. Cold. He slows, pulls over, and rolls down the passenger window. She steps closer. Late 20s, maybe early 30s. Brown hair clings to her face. Her voice shakes slightly when she speaks. "Thank God," she says. "My car died. I've been out here for hours. Could you give me a ride to the next town?" Daniel nods. "Yeah. Hop in." She slips into the passenger seat. She smells faintly of rain and faded perfume, something floral but old, like it's clung to her clothes for years. As they merge back onto the highway, Daniel tries to make conversation. "Where were you headed tonight?" "Home," she murmurs. "I was visiting my parents." He glances at her. She's watching the darkness outside the window like she's trying to recognize it. "Where's home?" "Easton," she says. "Not far." Daniel nods. "I think I passed a sign for Easton earlier." She smiles softly but doesn't reply. Minutes pass in silence. The radio fizzles into static, so he switches it off. The only sounds are the hum of the engine and the soft tap of rain on glass. He checks the clock, 2:27 a.m. They should have reached Easton by now, but the road keeps winding through endless forest. No towns. No lights. Not even a sign. "You sure this is the right way?" he asks. She turns toward him slowly, as if waking from a dream. "This road leads to Easton," she says softly. "It always has." Something about the way she says it makes him uneasy. He forces a laugh. "Guess I'm more tired than I thought." "You should be careful," she says. "People fall asleep on this stretch all the time." Her tone is calm, but it chills him. Then, through the fog, he sees a wooden sign on the shoulder. "Welcome to Easton, population 1204. Finally. He exhales in relief. "There we go," he says. "Made it." But when he looks to the passenger seat, it's empty. No sound. No movement. The seatbelt lies neatly beside the buckle. The door is closed. The seat is damp, as if someone had just been sitting there. Daniel slams on the brakes, tires screeching against wet asphalt. The car skids to a stop near the town sign. He looks around. Nothing. No woman. No sedan on the road behind him. Just fog. Then he sees it, something small and silver resting on the dashboard. A locket. He picks it up, opens it carefully. Inside is a tiny photograph, a man and a woman standing by a lake. The woman is unmistakable, the same one who'd just been in his car. Etched inside the lid are 2 words, "Come home." He sits there frozen, heart pounding, staring into the night. Eventually, he drives into Easton. The first light he sees is a small gas station still open. He pulls in, parks, and steps inside. A weary attendant looks up from behind the counter. "Hey," Daniel says. "Weird question, but, do you know a woman who drives an old blue sedan? About 30, brown hair. Said she's from here." The man frowns. "What exit did you come off?" "Exit 47. The man shakes his head. "No, sir. That exit's been closed for years." Daniel blinks. "No, I just came off it." "There was a woman." "You couldn't have," the attendant interrupts softly. "They shut that road down in 2015. Washed out after a storm." Daniel's stomach sinks. 2015. The man nods slowly. "Yeah. Around the time that Hart girl went missing." Daniel swallows. "What girl?" "Emily Hart." The man leans against the doorway, his eyes distant. "Car broke down out there one night. She called her parents, said someone had stopped to help her. She never made it home. They found her car the next morning. But not her." Daniel's hand tightens around the locket in his pocket. "She left this in my car," he says quietly. The man takes it, opens it, stares for a moment. "Her parents told police she always wore this. They never found it." Daniel feels the air leave his lungs. "What do I do?" The man sighs. "You should probably talk to the police. But, if you're smart, stay away from that road." The next morning, Daniel goes to the Easton police station. He tells them everything: the broken-down car, the woman, the disappearance, the locket. The officer behind the desk listens, nodding slowly. "You're not the first," he says. "People have been picking her up for years. Always around exit 47. She gets in, rides a few miles, then vanishes." Daniel stares at him. "And no one's ever figured it out?" The officer shakes his head. "Some say she's looking for her way home. Others think she doesn't even know she's gone." He hands the locket over. The officer examines it, sighs, and places it in an evidence bag. "We'll add it to the file. But if you're wise, you'll steer clear of that exit. It has a way of calling people back." Daniel leaves Easton before noon. This time, he takes the interstate, no detours, no side roads. But something still lingers. For weeks afterward, the scent of rain and that faint perfume clings to his car. Sometimes, driving at night, he catches a reflection in the rearview mirror, a soft outline in the back seat. Just for a moment. And on long, empty highways, through fog or rain, he still sees that faded green sign appear in the dark. Exit 47. He never slows down. Never looks twice. Because some exits don't lead anywhere anymore. And some passengers were never meant to reach their destination.